So today we're going to talk about in-camera transitions. Let's check it out. So our first transition is probably one of the most common in-camera transitions out there, and that's probably because it's one of the easiest to do as well. It's called a whip pan transition. It's very simple to do. All you basically do is film your scene and then whip out in either direction. Now, one thing that I can say that is very important for this transition, as well as all the rest of them that I show you, is to make sure that you're using manual focus, manual ISO, and manual white balance. And then when you go to film your next scene, you just whip in headed in that same direction and then blend the two together in post. So I'm going to give you guys one more example of our whip pan transition just to show you guys that you can do this on just about any scene and really be able to spice things up. So if you paid attention on that one, you saw that I snuck one in there on you guys, and that one is basically our next transition. It's one of my personal favorites. I call it either the jib transition or the crane transition. It's not as common, which is why I like it, but it's very simple to do. Basically, you get focus on your scene, you lower your camera down to ground level or just below ground level, raise your camera back up, film your footage, then lower your camera back down, and then on the next scene you're going to start with the camera down low again, raise it up, film your footage, and then blend the two together in post. So our next transition is called sky to sky, and basically you record your scene, and then at the end of your recording, you point the camera up towards the sky. Then at your next scene, you start off with your camera pointed up towards the sky and then lower it down to record your scene. So our next in-camera transition works the same exact way that our sky-to-sky transition works. Only it's called ground to ground, and we're going to be using the ground instead of the sky. So you start off by filming your scene and then lower the camera towards the ground. And then when you start your next scene, you start from the ground and then raise your camera up to record your scene and blend the two together in post. So our final transition is also one of my favorite transitions. It's a little bit more popular, but it can be done a lot of different ways, so it always stays fresh. It's called a wipe transition. And basically you start off recording your footage, and then you have something that you can pass by in front of the camera as you swipe the camera away, covering the whole lens. And then when you start your next scene, you start off with something swiping across the screen going in the same direction. All right, YouTube, I hope you guys found this video helpful. I really did put a lot of time and effort into this for you guys. If you did, please hit that thumbs up. It definitely helps this video and this channel out. And if you are new here, welcome to my channel. Consider hitting that subscribe button down below, as well as that bell for future notifications. And if any of you guys have any kind of questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section. I love to hear from you guys, and I love to help you guys out. So until then, I will see you guys on the next one.